Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. This is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and this is still Saturday morning, right, for another hour. Sizzling hot, another 100-degree day in North Texas. We've got a great show, and we're beginning the show with the baby boomers. America's 78 million baby boomers are turning 65 at a rate of 1 every 10 seconds. That's 3 to 4 million new baby boomers a year. Now, as these boomers age, so do their needs for prescription drugs. And for assisted living communities, that relationship with the pharmacy service that they can trust now becomes all important. Trinity Apothecary is a full-service pharmacy that specializes in providing services to assisted living communities. They're a statewide pharmacy serving many areas, including DFW, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. And Tesh Patel is the founder of Trinity Apothecary. Tesh, how did you get into this line of work?
So after graduating from pharmacy school, University of Houston, I started working in a retail pharmacy. And after a few months, I saw a position as a consultant pharmacist at a long-term care pharmacy. Took it up, and I traveled the state, learned a lot about the industry. And as soon as I had my own pharmacy, we branched out into servicing assisted living communities.
And the public may not know that there's a difference between a long-term care pharmacy and then a retail pharmacy. Can you describe the difference?
Sure. Retail pharmacies are usually located on your street corners. They're highly visible. They're inside of big box retailers, grocery stores, and such. And they're, specifically designed for a patient to walk in with a prescription and then make a medication purchase along with snacks and household supplies and groceries.
Sure.
And usually when people mention the term pharmacy, they have this retail pharmacy picture in mind. Long-term care pharmacies, on the other hand, they're not so easily visible from the street. They are specializing in servicing assisted living communities, nursing homes, and similar providers. What they do is they take the medications to the patient. They travel to the communities and provide consulting services, drug destruction services, medication, drug audits, and such. And they cover a wide area of service. So in case of Trinity Apothecary, we cover the entire state.
Wow. And I think one of the reasons why this is such an important topic is a national survey showed that of people 65 and older who use medications, more than half take at least 5 different prescription drugs a day, and some, 1 in 4, take as many as 19 pills a day. That is a lot of drugs that can interact and actually cause harm if the pharmacy isn't monitoring, what doses and how the drugs interact. What does Trinity Apothecary do to make sure that the seniors in our lives are being medicated wisely?
So that's one of the unique things that long-term care pharmacies and generally do. In our case, we have a couple of products that I can discuss. One of them is strip packaging, which is a compliant packaging system where a robotic unit are utilized to place multiple medications into a single pouch. And they are specific for a date and time. What happens is having strip packaging makes the medication pass much, much safer and more efficient. It has been shown that it can save almost an hour of time per shift for the nursing staff for an average assisted living community. And another one of our products is called electronic medical records. Electronic medical records basically allows the care staff to stay on top of their charting requirements and also keeps them on top of all the changes that are constantly happening to the medications. They're constantly happening. And when you're in charge of about 100 folks, you need to be on top of it.
So in your computer systems, and I'm not a tech guy, if the doctor was recommending a new drug, but the your system tells you this drug does not interact well with these drugs over here, do you get some kind of notification or red flag that this might not be a good recipe?
Oh, certainly. We monitor the drug interactions on every single new medication that gets added to the patient's profile, and also anytime they're coming back for an existing medication. Because let's remember, not only prescription medications, but even over-the-counter medications, medications like aspirin, they also have side effects, and you have to be mindful of these. So we do scan for the low, medium, and high interactions and take appropriate actions.
And so if I am, and I'm of this generation, I'm about to be 52, and I, fortunately my parents are still living at home. They're very healthy. But at some point I know I'm going to have that my parent discussion. As a consumer, do I need to worry about who is taking care of the pharmaceutical needs of the assisted living center? Should I be doing my homework?
Sure. On one hand, you're spending a lot of time running to the pharmacy front and back. So it is important that you realize that making that transition from a residential to an assisted living setting, you have a quality provider that's assisting you in making sure the medications are taken care of.
And because the boomers are aging so rapidly, I mean, your industry is just exploding right now, is it not?
Boomers are aging, like you said, every 10 seconds somebody's turning 65. So there's a lot of construction going on, and a lot of assisted living centers are being built. As a result of that, pharmacies like ours have new customers coming on board.
How would you explain the success of your company? Because it seems like you're in a fairly competitive space. What's allowed you to prosper?
Sure. We are continuously, first of all, we thoroughly and uniquely understand the needs of the seniors. And we understand the care staff and their needs that are working in these assisted living communities. So we're also ready and constantly providing pharmacy solutions to help them better manage the medications. So if we help the assisted living community better manage the medications, the less time that is spent on managing medications frees the staff up to provide the hands-on care that is needed for the residents. We are a group of about 25 people. We have pharmacists, technicians, and office supportive staff. So we're always focused on assisted living. We're focused on the patient. We're focused on the nurse and her care staff. And we're focused on the family.
Yeah, I know you cover the state already. Have you thought about other states?
We certainly have, but I feel to do a job well, you have to kind of focus and stay within your capability and within your space. So we feel that a lot of our strength is here in Texas. We cover Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, and that's our strength. And we're a Texas company, and we're focused on Texas.
Tesh Patel is my guest. I'm sure you have a website. What's your website?
Sure. Our website is www.trinityapothecary.com.
Thank you very much. When we come back, what if I told you there was a program in Dallas that lowers the divorce rate, reduces poverty, fights domestic violence and child abuse, and increases graduation rates, and it's offered free to the public? That's just ahead on The Jeff Crilley Show.